one of the oldest rowing clubs in Amsterdam to hoop, and I wonder what their elder members think of the new kit they seem to have brought out this year.
So this is the Wyfold Challenge Cup, KARZV de Hoop, from the Netherlands in the crazy tartan leggings, up against Fulham Reach Boat Club in the more conservative colours. Take your race to describe the colours that the Dutch are wearing.
White, black and red according to the programme.
When I see that you are both straight and ready, I will start you like this. Attention! Go. Get ready, please.
Nice to bring some colour. The Dutch were so successful here last year, weren't they, in the Henley Royal Regatta. I was looking through the winners of the various events last night, and the Dutch had such a successful regatta in 2016. All of them to repeat that this time round.
Attention! Go!
So we're underway in the Wyfold Challenge Cup. The Dutch on the right of your picture on the Bucks Station, and on the Bark Station Fulham Reach Boat Club. And keep an eye on the Dutch because they're veering out towards the middle of the stream.
Yeah, if you notice their first stroke, the stroke man didn't quite get his blade in, and we're going to have some umpiring happening here very early on, right over on the other side. They need to get back onto their course, Tim.
Yeah, so they've got a problem. De Hoop in the early stages, they have corrected themselves. Now do they overcompensate will be the worry, but they've had to meander past Temple Island. They found that steering really difficult.
And it is the stroke man there that's got the steer's foot on the De Hoop boat, and he's looking around. You can see he's clocked the booms, only with his eyes, thank God, goodness. And now they look like they're back up and running. But my goodness, that was, yes, a tricky start. Completely unintentional. I think they just came off that start. The stroke man, who does have the foot, didn't quite get his first stroke in as well as he could, and that impact of that meant that they did move across towards the other crew. But they're back on track now, and now looking there, we've got the Fulham Reach who are straightening themselves up. Yeah,
Fulham Reach were first of all heading towards the boat being rowed by the Dutch alongside them, and then heading towards the bank. It was a wobbly route they were taking themselves, but this is the perilous nature of Coxless Falls, isn't it? We've seen this time and again already in this Henley Royal Regatta. In the first, what have we had, an hour and a half or so of action on the water. The Coxless Falls are finding it very hard to steer away from Temple Island.
And it's interesting because there's no stream really today, and not very much wind at all, but it still is really hard. I think I heard Mark Hunter describing it earlier, how you need to be aware of where the boat is, and you're aided by a V and an upright post that you can line up together, but you need to be really thinking about how your blade's going in, how the stroke's going, and where you are on the water.
Just having another look again at Fulham Reach Boat Club. I think the umpire could be intervening pretty soon if they continue on that course.
Well, interestingly, at the moment, Fulham Reach down, so they can actually go out wherever they want. It's the
How far
crew
down
in
are
front
they,
of them.
Are they far enough down not to be interfering with the Dutch? Probably just about at the moment. It's a messy race though, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, clearly we want to see them on other sides of the river at that point still, but they wouldn't be able to interfere from the place they are now. Not a great idea to go across the river, because you then go into what we call the mucky water from the Blade De Hoop rowing club. And some good experience in this boat. We've got our Henley finest, I think, in the De Hoop boat from on the Balseek, Frank Befshore. Raced in 2010 in the final of the Thames Challenge Cup, semi-finalist in 2009, so I'm sure he would like to go one further. And in number 2, Dominic Merrick Cole, former UL athlete, the boat we saw just go out to Durham University in the last heat.
Some contrasting experiences in the Fulham Reach Boat Club on the other hand. We've got James Diaz Sokolov, who is in seat 3, and this is his 6th Henley Royal Regatta. He's only gone as far as the Friday ever before. That was in the Thames Challenge Cup back in 2013. But then contrast that to Ross de Boer, who's only been rowing for 5 years. His first chance to compete at Henley this time round. He's the youngest and least experienced crew member. He's a neuroscientist in his spare time.
And I think it should be worth noting that most of these athletes will have full-time jobs. In fact, all these athletes will have full-time jobs. They'll be working their rowing training before work and after work. Extraordinary amounts of commitment that they will be making.
We've got in the Dutch boat financial controllers and managers, PE teacher in there as well. The PE teacher likes eating honey for breakfast, he said. Eat bees honey for breakfast, iron nails for lunch, and Rocky's DVD for dinner. That's what he says.
Well, it seems to be fuel him down this course at the moment, because we are looking at the PE teacher in the 3-seat there with the rest of his crew. And look at this rowing. They are the Dutch National 8 we commented on last year. We saw how smooth and together they were at Henley, and that style just goes throughout the squads and throughout the clubs.
I was chuckling away at his little biography that he's written about himself. This is Milan Kamfus, who's in the 3-seat, as Sarah was just describing. He rides motorbikes in his free time on the German highway. He says he likes to work hard and play hard, and that he likes brunettes.
Well, there you go, and all that honey has made him 15 stone 10 according to the programme, so he is the biggest man in their crew. Possibly more detail than we were anticipating there. But it's going well for him. He's got a longer stay in Henley than some will have, based on what we've seen 3/4 of the way through this race. The Wyfold Challenge Cup, KARZV De Hoop from the Netherlands. I've got a couple of lengths up on Fulham Reach Boat Club. Yellow boat as they head in front of the grandstands now. And if we just look at the rhythm of difference in these two boats, the Fulham Reach on the right hand side as we're looking at right in the screen at the moment, their rhythm is just a little bit less pressed than the other boat. They are having to race it forward, trying to get in extra strokes to get back on touch. De Hoop on the left hand side as we're looking, it's a longer, looser stroke. Moving the boat further each time they press their legs down. And oh my goodness, look, Fulham Reach, they've just hit the booms. They were just working so hard to come back in intention. This is what can happen in these coxless boats. Oh, so frustrating for them.
Fulham Reach's Henley Royal Regatta is over, as they are the first boat to collide with the booms this year. It was a moment that they will want to quickly forget, crashing into the booms. They were down anyway by a couple of lengths, but that certainly puts pay to any possible late comeback in this Wyfold Challenge Cup heat. The Dutch saw it all happen as well and have taken their foot right off the gas now, dropping the rate right down, but just an error with the steering. We said earlier it's a messy race. Both boats have really struggled with navigating the right course down the river, and there in spectacular fashion Fulham Reach demonstrating that.
And Tim, I think you spotted it. That danger if that back, the crew that's trailing comes into the middle a little bit, and they realise where they are and they need to get back to the edge. It's then straightening up, and maybe that's what happened. They drifted into the centre. You know, that's not the best water for them. They've then got themselves onto the booms and then literally got themselves onto the booms, and it's hard to get back on.
Overcompensating all the time. So over the line come KARZV De Hoop from the Netherlands, who have a commanding win. In fact, the win was more commanding than that margin would suggest, because Fulham Reach Boat Club had a collision with the booms close to the finish. They were probably beaten anyway, in truth. They were a couple of lengths down at the time that mishap took place. But well done to the Dutch, who are certainly personalities. They've certainly got charisma. We look forward to seeing more of them rowing during the week. They'll be lighting up this Henley Royal Regatta.
And frustrating there for the Fulham Reach. They wouldn't want their regatta to finish like that. They were fighting their way down the course to make sure they stayed on touch until they hit that boom. And here it is, that moment, Tim.
Just keep an eye on the boat on the right of your picture. Bang.
Stroke side blades, they just weren't able to get their catch in, which means the boat then goes further on. And then, of course, all you can do is get yourself together, use your blade, push your blade off.
They won't be the last that happens to this week.